There is a high necessity of this lockdown right now in this country. We all agree with it, medical opinion across the board. But this lockdown has its pros and cons, of course. Right now, in these houses, in this lockdown, there are people stuck with abusive partners. The NCW has reported that reports of domestic violence have gone up. And of course, that makes sense. When there is no lockdown, woman perhaps with her abusive husband, she gets some reprieve when he goes out to work. Or maybe she goes to work herself and there is that distance. Or when there are particular, surges in violence, they can seek shelter at relatives' places, or they can go out, or they can ask for help in various ways. But in a lockdown, they're literally locked down with abusive family members. I spoke to someone who has such issues with her father, and she recounts some horrific experiences with her father which are right now on the rise. He has burnt her hand with boiling dal. He has thrown things in the house, at them, around them, and these incidents are going up. And she worries about her mother's safety, saying that her father has more than on one occasion has said that he is going to kill her. So this is a horrifying situation, and we will warn you that it is sensitive content. But listen to what this young woman has to say about her family right now in this situation.
He will burn a check or tear a check down, a money check, or he will just do something. He'll throw something. He'll throw books. He'll throw his phone. Yeah, once he threw his phone at me, and mummy was talking about something else then to him about cooking related. So he threw that big container जिसमें दाल थी, and इतना जोर से फेंका कि इसका ढक्कन भी टूट गया. I don't know. Last year, he had a fight with mom, and he was talking to me behind mom's back, like mom was outside buying groceries. He said कि मैं इसे खाने में कुछ मिला दूंगा, ये उठेगी ही नहीं. अच्छा. So I'm kind of reluctant to eat whatever he cooks or something because I have this fear. And this has happened before, like he would say such things because in 2018, I think in 18, 17, I was contesting the student election and I was in the college. My sister kept on calling me. I asked her what happened and she said, Dad is saying he's going to kill mom. Yesterday first this thing happened and when I called him out, कि पापा ये क्या तरीका है? उसके 20-25 मिनट बाद he came and he said, make na taste this. And I was chatting with my friends because I was too scared. I was shivering. मैंने कहा अपना हाथ दे and मैंने अपना हाथ दिया and he poured boiling dal on my hand. 2 teaspoons.
So now we also have some people who are engaged in this work of domestic violence, who have helplines to reach out and help such victims right now in this situation. And I have spoken to one of them, and this is what they have to say about the situation, any change seen in the situation, and why this lockdown is particularly bad for those experiencing domestic violence at home.
During this period of lockdown, we all understand that women are at a much more vulnerable positions. They are getting isolated. Because of this lockdown, there is no social support also to them. And as we know in India, these dwelling spaces where the women, a lot of our population is staying in very small dwelling places. They stay at a very close contact with the violators, and they are spending a lot of time with them. The social support is also decreasing. The violators are taking much advantage of this, and there is a lot of threat to them of being thrown out of their dwellings. the police and the health system are not able to prioritize their help to these women. I would also like to share one example with you. One woman had called me up. She was thrown out of her home. When we referred her to a shelter home, the shelter home said that we have got orders from the ministry that they cannot take women without being tested, without their medical test. So we had to refer her to the medical facility. After she was tested, she had to stay there, and then only she was admitted into a shelter home.
So we would really encourage those experiencing such situations at home to reach out to helplines. We will, include some helpline numbers that you can reach out to. And please do reach out to these helpline numbers and get any and all kinds of help that you can possibly get. These are of course trained professionals and they will be very discreet in case you wanted to be discreet. So please do reach out for help, as this is a lockdown. Resources are scarce and out of reach right now. And any help could probably really change someone's life for the better right now. This is Suryatapa Mukherjee for Mojo.